Hello everybody, it's me, the Big Blue, and it is vlog time. Rick and Morty, episode 2. So the episode starts out as in the living room with Vanessa and Jared, and Snuffles comes in. And Snuffles pees on the floor, and Jared did not like that. So Jared had the idea to shove Mr. Snuffles' face into the pee. Yeah, dogs don't like that. That's the reason why dogs bite people. So then Morty comes and says, "Stop it, Dad! That's not cool. Snuffles is a nice person, smart dog." Then Rick comes in and tries to take Morty. And Jerry tries to convince Rick to make a machine for Snuffles to be smart. And Rick does, and it does make him smart. So I'm just gonna focus this point right here, just with Rick and Morty, and then later on we'll go to the other part of the story. So Rick has this idea to get Morty's A's in math class. Going to Mr. Goldfield, who is Morty's teacher. So they do, and kind of find out he's dreaming about being on a plane with this soap opera star named Mrs. Pancakes. Yeah, I sometimes dream some things about that. You will be mine one day. Okay, so then Rick has the idea, let's try to convince Mr. Goldfield, get more grades. He has a bright idea of being a terrorist. Why in the world will he think of that? Why? I have no idea. So Mr. Goldfield said, "No, thank you." Started shooting at them and everything else. And then they had the idea, let's do a hostage, and the hostage is Mrs. Pancakes. When they did that, it caused the entire dream to go crazy. Everyone's screaming, everything going crazy, and they jumped out of the plane and kind of find out Mrs. Pancakes has the only parachute. So they take Mrs. Pancakes and go into her dream. And when they did that, they went to a pleasure palace. And Mrs. Pancakes is the queen. Yeah. So other than that, Rick went off with some gnomes. I'd rather not know what he did with them. I do not want to know, man! I do not want to know! So then Morty was exploring their pleasure palace and finds his sister. Why? Apparently, his teacher has adult fantasies of Morty's underage sister. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. No. That's really kind of what Morty's reaction was. No, thank you. Nope. There's the internet for that kind of stuff. I do not know that. So yeah, so then Rick comes in and I do not want to describe. Do not want to describe what he was wearing. I do not want to describe. Yeah. So and then and they rejected her, and that caused the security to come in saying that rejecting pleasure is a crime here, and that punished by death. By death. So they knocked out the centaur and went to in his dream, and then comes a very familiar image in a not so familiar with a 80s slasher movie that has a monster with a burnout face with knives for hands. No, does not look at that like that at all. No. So this guy called Scary Terry comes in with with swords for hands. Yeah, all on hands. And terrorizes them. So then while they're running around, they found this girl saying, "1, 2, Scary Terry's coming for you." And they had the idea to go into her dream, which was not a very smart idea, I want to tell you. So they went into her dream and come to find out it's the same dream. And Scary Terry followed them in there. So then they were trying to escape from Scary Terry, which Rick had this idea saying, why don't we, hide? Actually hide. And Morty's like, no, he said do not. Oh, wait, that's actually a good idea, Rick. That's a good idea, Rick.
Well, of course, Morty, it is a great idea. Because I came up with that.
Yeah. So, they did that. They hide for 6 dream hours. Because time flows differently. And they went into... Eventually, they they followed Scary Terry to his home. He has a family, and he's very stressed out. And then after some moments, they went into Scary Terry's dream. And come to find out, what is the most scariest thing that someone who causes fear afraid of? And that would be school. And having no pants. That, my friend, is a nightmare. Of a nightmare. So, eventually we see Scary Terry again bullied and again punished, and I won't say one word, I'm not saying that. I'm a bitch. So, then Rick stood up to Scary Terry's teacher, and Morty did too, and made this Scary Terry more relaxed, which may have caused him to wake up. And he's like, oh, it's you guys. Well, thank you. And Mrs. Scary said he's never been this relaxed in years. And Scary Terry says, I'll do anything to help you guys out. And they did. So they went back into the girl's dream and slashed her, and then went to the centaur's dream and slashed him. Then went to Mrs. Pancake's dream and slashed her, and to Mr. Goldfield and blowed him up. That's the entire... And Mr. Goldfield said, I'll give Morty more A's now. So, yeah. That's their story. That's one part of it. Now, the second part is about Mr. Snuffles. While Mr. Snuffles was wearing it, he did get smarter. I mean, really smarter. Even to the moment he almost started talking with his mouth. And Jerry and Vanessa are just loving this. Except the mother. I know they're in two names. I just learned one. And she says, yeah, this can go way better. Yeah. So Mr. Snuffles notices that on the inside of his helmet has only one battery. He saw that. So he decided to put more batteries in and make it get more power, make it smarter. Which eventually made a claw hand. And Jerry and Vanessa, oh, that's so cool and everything, yes, you're a good boy. And then Snowball realizes that I am a slave of these mankind. So he built a robot body and then went to Vanessa and says, where's my testicles, Vanessa? They used to be where I used to see them. Mr. Snuffles? I'm not Mr. Snuffles. I am Snowball. My fur is nice and white. And fluffy. So, Jared and his wife came in and said, oh my gosh! It's time for it. We're just gonna leave now, Mr. Snuffles. Snowball. And then comes to find out he has recruited more dogs. And says, y'all are now gonna be the slaves. Not me no more. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically what happened. Then, when Rick and Morty came back, they saw them, they had been captured and started making more helmets for more dogs. And Jared had a bright idea, and then they freed him. Jared had an idea saying, I got an idea. And the idea was to pee on their stuff. Really? To pee on them? Really? These are smart dogs here. So what else? What happened next? So, the Snowball decides to make Morty his pet and his friend. Yeah, so, then months passed. Wait, yeah, my mistake. So, Snowball said, we are taking over now. So, we see mankind being defeated by dogs. Being overpowered for months. So then we see Morty in his own little pleasure area. It's been months. And then Rick comes back and Morty says, "You're dead. I thought you were dead." "No, I'm not dead, Morty. I got an idea. You're going to take this and make your kidneys fail." And it's all been a dream, by the way. Oh. So we see Morty being on the table and see Snowball saying, "Don't forget my kingdom. I'm going to help him." "You will be safe, Morty. My little Morty. I am not you. And he realizes saying, well, maybe this not be the brightest idea of all. So he decided to take his dogs into another world where dogs will develop. And they all just wonder, what will it be like?
I don't know. Let's just move on.
So that's the second episode. And what is my thoughts about it? My thoughts is this. It's not the best episode. Not the best episode, even though it is episode 2. It's okay. I mean, I think they could do better. I did like the Scary Terry part. That was my favorite part. The only reason why I will rewatch this episode is just for that, because I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. So, that is episode 2, Lawnmower Dogs. And that's vlog 2. See y'all on the next one. See y'all later.